country.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the young lady from Michigan. Well, you're still very young, for bringing us together to honor John Conyers, the former dean of the House of Representatives and the co-founder of the Congressional Black Caucus. John Conyers was born at a time when we needed someone to stand up and speak out, and to get in the way of getting what I call good trouble, necessary trouble. As a matter of fact, John Conyers and Martin Luther King Jr. was born the same year. So maybe history, faith, and maybe God Almighty placed the two of them here to work together. Before being elected to Congress, Mr. Conyers served in the Korean War and on the staff of Representative John Dingell. When the people of Michigan elected Mr. Conyers in 1964, he brought Congress to the front line of the civil rights movement. And he took civil rights, voting rights, labor rights, and human rights to the United States Congress. John Conyers, perhaps more than any other member of Congress, he made trips over and over again to the South to identify with the struggle going on in the South. He came to Alabama, to Georgia, Mississippi, and other parts of the Deep South. Mr. Speaker, Representative Conyers was one of two members of Congress, both from Michigan, who voted on the original and every single reauthorization of the Voting Rights Act. He could give us the backstory of every major law, from the Civil Rights Act of 1968 to a 20-year effort to establish a National Day of Service honoring my friend and leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. When Rosa Parks, a person who I got to know so well, was forced to leave our home state of Alabama after the Montgomery bus boycott, Mr. Conyers, more than anyone else, gave her a position on his staff, and she was very proud and pleased to work in the office of John Conyers. She served in his district office for 23 years. The record should be clear. John Conyers loved music, but he loved jazz. He loved jazz more than any other form of music. He loved this institution, and he dedicated his life to realizing the dream of what our nation could be. He was of the people, and he was for the people. On this difficult day, I offer my deepest condolences to his beloved wife, sons, family, and the people of Michigan who mourn his loss. May he rest in peace and in power.